How about that for a pregame text? We are live from Seven Bridges Ice Arena for the Blackhawks High School Rivalry Series, a J&M Media production right here on YouTube Live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome into this matchup between the Warriors Hockey Club and the Maine Hockey Club. A western suburb clash here in the new year. Alongside Andrew Rubin and Jenna Rose, I am Max Anderson. And along with our all-star technical crew, we'll have all the live game action for you here from Seven Bridges Ice Arena. This is game 7 now of the high school rivalry series. Starting to get down to it here in the month of January. And with more sorry for that brief interruption. But to bring in Andrew Rubin into the broadcast, Andrew, these two teams met in the high school rivalry series last season. It was a thrilling overtime victory, back and forth all game long. They get to run it back here tonight at Seven Bridges. Yeah, that matchup last year has been talked about, and when we brought up this rivalry series to the coaches this year, the first thing they mentioned was how interesting and how jam-packed that game was last year and how excited we are to cover this game again and see if it can top that first game we had between these two teams. For more on that, we're going to send it down to ice level where Jenna Rhodes is standing by with Maine head coach Greg Marofsa. Jenna, take it away.
Thank you so much, guys. You guys are just coming off a big win against Hinsdale, and it seems like the defense was a major factor in that. What do you want to carry over into this matchup today?
Yeah, for sure. We want to definitely defend the middle of the ice well like we did before, make sure our goaltender sees the first shot, and for sure making sure that we're staying out of the box. Those were really key elements to us playing strong defensively on Sunday.
And this is a team that knows how to spread the offense around when they're clicking. What other goals do you have offensively for this one?
Yeah, same thing. We expect all three lines that we have that we're going to have a major rotation to actually be able to contribute and create opportunities. And that's really what's been a really good part about our team this year. We've been hard to defend because of that.
Well, this is going to be a fun one. Coach, thank you for your time and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jenna. Jenna will be down on ice level all game long for us here on the broadcast. And Andrew, I want to start with the first thing that Greg Marofsa talked about defensively. They were very sound last game. That's really their identity this year. They lost 3 All-State players from last season. This season, they're a much more defensive, balanced team. That's going to be key here tonight.
Yes. Defense wins championships. Everybody knows that saying, but Maine has really taken pride in their defense. They're okay winning games 2-0, 1-0, 2-1. That's where they are most comfortable.
And now we're going to take it down to the opposite bench where Jenna's standing by with Warriors head coach Jeremy Dumbroach. Jenna.
Thank you so much, guys. Well, it seems like 13 players have graduated from last season, a younger group here today, but it seems like they're all bought in when it comes to the lethalness of this rivalry. What was your message heading into this one?
We played a tight game last time with overtime, right, but came back from being down 2 going into third period. So just kind of pick up where we left off, right? I think we had a good third period against them. I think our speed matches up well against them. So, coming off of a break like winter break, just keep things simple, move your feet, and go out and work hard.
And it sounds like you're going into this one after an official meet and greet with some 7th and 8th graders. How inspiring is that to talk to the next generation for these players and to put on a performance?
Yeah, I think things like this, things that the Blackhawks are doing, the state championship, all of that stuff, it makes high school hockey, it draws kids out, right? And I think when we've got some young kids on our team, they saw some of this stuff last year and decided that they wanted to play for us this year. So, yeah, these big events like this, it's a lot of fun.
Hey, the Warriors are going to put on a show. Coach, thank you so much for your time and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, sending it back up to the booth.
Thank you, Jenna. And, of course, the Warriors are the defending combined state champions. They're a bit of a different team, though, this year, Andrew. They only returned 7 skaters, lost a ton to graduation, off to an up-and-down start, but Jeremy Dumbrow is going to get his team ready come February and March.
They have been a perennial powerhouse in the combined division here in the state of Illinois, and you can only expect that they're going to be one of the top teams again this year come playoff time.
So with that buzzer sounding, we are done with warm-ups, and with that, we will turn it over to our public address announcer, Jay Cabrera.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 7 of the 2022-23 Chicago Blackhawks High School Rivalry Series. Tonight's game features a matchup between Maine Hockey and Warriors hockey. And now, fans, let's meet our starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for the visiting Maine hockey. Starting at defense, number 8, Aiden Costigan. Another defense, number 9, Peter Kepke. At left wing, number 19, Ryan Goff. At right wing, number 75, Nick Gornis. At center, number 27, Ben Kappel. And starting in goal, number 36, Ryan Bezenjak. Maine hockey is coached by Greg Marofka, Jimmy Cash, and Brian Barnes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the home team, Warriors hockey. Starting on defense, number 17, Kyler Campfield. Also on defense, number 47, Finn O'Toole. Starting at left wing, number 35, Evan Ziegler. Starting at right wing, number 12, Braden Andrus. Starting at number 27, Ryan Burke. And starting in goal, number 50, Andrew Fichtel. Warriors hockey is coached by Jeremy Dombro, Chaden Rostowski, and Dennis Lee. And now, with the two team captains, please report to center ice for tonight's ceremonial puck drop with Matea Principal Dr. Daryl Eccles. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that everyone please rise if they are able to. Please remove all caps for the singing of our national anthem by Muse A Cappella Group.
We are all done with pregame festivities. Puck drop just around the corner. Andrew, with these two teams, the way the Illinois West Division schedules their season, the first part of the season is like a feeling out period, right? They play a round robin among the 16 teams in the league, and then they slot into gold, silver, and bronze divisions. So really, in this gold division, which both Maine and Waubonsie are in, only 4 or 5 games in, 5 for the case of the Maine Hockey Club. On the Warriors side, they're only 4 into that seeded bracket regular season format. They haven't met in this portion of the season. They did meet back in October, and it was an overtime win. It was an overtime win for Maine in a shootout. So these teams have played before. It was a close game, an overtime game. We expect very much the same here tonight.
Going to be a very close one tonight, especially with the way that these teams have been playing lately. We mentioned that first matchup on October 28th, but it's a completely different story now in the hockey realm post-winter break, post-Thanksgiving, really when high school hockey starts to kick off here. Now we're in the new year. These teams, playoffs are right around the corner for these teams, and you really want to get to playing your best hockey now, feeling like this is the time where teams really start to come together, really start to figure out their identity here in this new year and look to work towards an Illinois West Division championship and possibly a state championship.
And these two teams constantly compete for league titles, for state championships. They know each other well. They are bitter rivals here on the west and south side of the city. So you know from the puck drop tonight, these two teams are going to get after each other.
We had the opportunity to talk to both coaches, and both coaches are not hesitant to say that the kids on each teams are not fans of each other, to say the least. There is, as mentioned, a bitter hatred. They know that they have been rivals, and they respect the people before that were bitter rivals as well, and they bring it on this in the game all the time whenever they face each other.
So we are underway from Seven Bridges Ice Arena for the Rivalry Series presented by the Chicago Blackhawks, game number 7. Shot right in on Bizenjak. He had to quickly stick that left pad out and make sure it didn't scoot under him in the first 10 seconds. Looked like that puck just got out of the main zone, so an offside just 16 seconds into the game.
Yeah, it looked like we had a deflection there from Evan Ziegler for the Warriors that really led to that good first chance for the Warriors and a good first save for Bizenjak on Maine.
Neutral zone face-off right back into the main zone. Peter Kepke whips it off the boards, back out into the neutral zone. Now coming up the slot, backhanded shot, big save by Bizenjak. It was Ziegler that came right up the slot with Spates, shot from the point, off the stick of O'Toole, is kicked aside by Bizenjak.
Real hot start to the game for Ziegler already, 2 good scoring chances.
Ryan Burke, second leading point getter, trying to get the puck below the goal line. You're going to see a lot from 35 in green and yellow. Evan Ziegler, leading point getter for this Warriors team. That shot just misses the crossbar. Kept in at the point, whipped towards net, deflected, and had to be played. Should be a whistle for a high stick. I think we'll get one. Or will that just be a Bizenjak freezing it down? I believe that's what it'll be with 16 minutes to go in the first.
Yeah, really odd not to see a high stick call there, but if you're Waubonsie, the Warriors, this is the exact start that you're looking for. All out pressure. All the play has been in main zone so far. Good start for the Warriors here.
Face-off draw to come to the right of Bizenjak. Eventually comes free in the slot. A shot again kicked aside by Bizenjak. He's really having to stand up tall in just the first minute. He's already got 4 or 5 saves just a minute into the game. That puck just bounces out of the zone. Would have been offsides if played by the Warriors. Instead, here comes Bells. Whips it across. First shot on goal off the stick of Peter Thompson. It is kicked aside by starting netminder Andrew Fichtel for the Warriors. Jack Kotelis kicks it to his defense mate and able to clear the zone. Back D to D. Taking it is Luke Peters. Now fouled up. That's just fired in deep as Ullman puts it off the back wall and frozen by Bizenjak. Another face-off draw. 15-16 left in the first.
Yeah, I don't think Bizenjak wanted the whistle there. It looked like he tried to play it, but they still blew the whistle there for the freeze as Bizenjak's having a conversation with the official now about it as they both have a laugh.
Especially with that much space, right? I don't think there was even a Warriors player in the offensive zone. I think Bizenjak wanted to keep playing. It's a good call by you, Andrew. This once again clears the zone. Back to play, it's William Harding. Just missing Matthew Shield through the neutral zone, and back to play it is Hayden Weber. Whipped off the boards and out by Loans. Fortunate bounce for Maine as they've got a 2-on-1 shot. Quick rebound right in front. A little bit of miscommunication between Fichtel and his defense. Eventually he falls on it, but that puck was sitting right in front of the crease a little bit longer than anyone would really like on the Warriors side.
Yeah, and we'll get a look at here. The back check by Matthew Shield for the Warriors played a huge factor right there. Really rushed the shot from Maine. Getting off a little bit quicker than they wanted to. That back check. Really what you love to see will get your team fired up on the bench there, showing that pressure.
Face off, tied up. Now getting the puck back is Jacob Salvatore. Salvatore below the goal, battling his way forward, trying to get the puck out into the slot, but sticks everywhere for the Warriors, not letting that puck through. Eventually it'll be Evan Ziegler taking it away for the Warriors. Hayden Weber makes one-man miss, has the puck deflected behind him. Now kicked off the boards. Schuyler makes sure that gets out. Skating into the slot, shot, save, and quickly covered. Schuyler got some space in the slot, but fell on it. Big night here for the Warriors Hockey Club, hosting this rivalry series game, and they got a chance to visit with some middle schoolers before the game. And for more on that story, we're going to send it down to Jenna Rose. Jenna.
Thank you. I feel like Colby Cohen being between the benches down here. This is pretty fun. They're looking pretty fast. But anyways, prior to the game, they were able to meet with some 7th and 8th graders. And you heard me talking to Coach that this is such an exciting opportunity that also bleeds into their energy heading into this game. Someone that was a huge part of that was Ryan, also nominated to be an all-star. So it's fun seeing them involved in the community and leaning into that mentorship role by meeting the next generation.
Yeah, no doubt, Jenna. I know both these coaches really embrace that idea of connecting with the next generation of players, as everybody has that mission to continue to grow high school hockey here in the area. So cool events like we talked about. I think Jeremy Dumbrow even mentioned in his pregame interview highlighting high school hockey. It means a lot. And for that next generation, Andrew, you know they're locked in.
Yeah, the whole hockey world has just become a family, especially when you have programs that develop into high school programs. You play with kids, your entire life. It really just starts to become, you almost spend time in the hockey season with your teammates almost more than your family. And it's really important to invite those next kids, show them how cool it is, an opportunity they're going to have.
Mygon's pass misses his intended target. Now battling behind the goal. Harding's trying to dig it out for the Warriors, eventually able to get it out, but misses everybody, so that'll be an icing. And with 13:05 left in the first period, be an offensive zone draw coming from Maine.
One thing I want to highlight that I've seen so far, Max, is Maine's really looking to just chip pucks out of their zone with all 3 of their forwards flying through the neutral zone with speed. They're looking for any sort of misplay from the Waubonsie defenseman, whether it be a bounce or a weird ricochet, and they're looking to create chances off the rush that way.
Trying to get a shot through, but blocking several of them is the Warriors' defense, but not able to clear it. Now battle along the near half wall, big hit. Warriors student section certainly like that. Now the Warriors setting up a little bit of possession, trying to get back up to the point, but slick play by Cole Zocher to knock it out of midair. Still trying to clear to the Warriors, been a better part of a minute, finally able to get it out of their own zone, as Maine kept their most consistent pressure of the game thus far on that shift. Fogarty right in front of his bench, just trying to play it forward. A bunch of bodies on the ice for the Warriors. Fortunate they didn't get it too many men and actually get the benefit of an icing call, so they'll have an offensive zone draw coming.
Yeah, real lucky there for the Warriors, as it looked like that puck maybe had a chance to hit one of the players changing on the Warriors, but sure enough it went down for the icing, and the Warriors will get an offensive zone draw out of it, which they've already had a few after they had that barrage of shots early on.
Face off cleanly won by Maine. Here's Weber. He's able to chip it forward. Now 2-on-1 for Thompson if he can hurry. Warriors hustling back high in the slot. A shot deflected just wide of Fichtel. Trying to clear it out around the boards. Kept in at the point by Weber. Campfield now tries to play it off the boards, but not able to get it out. Kept in at the point by George Lowens. Eventually taken away by the Warriors. On comes Panowski. Panowski couldn't get more than one try towards goal. Weber will take it away. Weber's just going to drop it deep and go for a change. 5 fresh bodies on the ice for Maine. For a second there, the Warriors defense was looking to try to take advantage during that change. Wasn't quite able to get the puck up the ice. Eventually settles back to Costigan. Costigan's pass misses his intended target. Eventually chipped in and forcing O'Toole to try to win it below the goal. Centering pass, not able to get to his intended target. Scrambling to get rid of it is Shield. He still can't, finally able to chip it out of the zone. Back the other way come the Warriors. Here's Panowski. Panowski's shot in between the legs of Bezenjak. He just freezes, making sure he doesn't back into his own net with the puck, and we stay scoreless with 10:38 left in the first period.
Yeah, we get a good look at the replay right here. Real fortunate there for Bezenjak. I don't think he knew exactly where that puck was, but sure enough, not only did he stop it, but there was no rebound sitting there where there was a Warriors attacking player waiting right for that rebound on the back door.
Here's Kepke, one of the captains for this Maine squad. A big hit by Ziegler as he just puts a man into the boards and takes the puck away. You can see the speed and strength of Evan Ziegler. Maine wanted a penalty, and that's one of the Maine players just got dragged onto his bench. I think that was Nick Gornis. He was in some serious pain off that hit from Ziegler.
Yeah, it looked like a clean hit to me. Evan Ziegler has just been flying all over the ice, doing it all. On the forecheck, creating chances, redirecting pucks. He really is the do-it-all player for the Warriors Hockey Club.
Now here's the aforementioned Ziegler in the corner trying to win a battle against a couple of white sweaters. Goff able to get the puck for Maine. Cross and below the goal line as Peters gives his man a chance, not able to hold possession. Quick pass off the half wall from Burke, trying to get it to Ziegler, but Costigan steps in the way of that. Will lead the rush back the other way for Maine.
After being pinned in his zone there, Costigan was just happy to get it deep and get 5 fresh bodies on the ice.
And Maine, that was a long shift for those guys that were on the ice. They really got pinned in their own zone there for a few moments. Mygon with the puck, trying to play it up, and just does get out of his zone. And turning back around is Kamuzis. Here's Kamuzis in the corner. Him and Mygon come together. Salvatore comes away with it for Maine. Mygon avoids a check. Looked like Kamuzis was trying to use his body weight. Now a backdoor chance. Oh, follow-up chance. Big save. Puck still loose. Bezenjak got a crucial save there. That shot off the back wall, but I believe it was Jack Catellis that probably saved a goal there for Maine. It looked like a wide open backdoor chance there, and he got a stick just enough in the way.
That looked like a great pickup from you. We'll get another look at it right here. Yes, looks like Jack Catellis, who did save that goal, as the puck was just waiting right there in the high slot for any Warrior player, and Jack Catellis' stick just hit the Warriors player as he was looking to bury it in the net.
So with 8:20 left in the first period, we stay scoreless. Bells tries to play the puck directly forward for Maine. Eventually it comes to Weber in the corner. He has the puck knocked off his stick by Allman, but eventually Weber's able to force it out. Now turned over, following it, trying to create some offense is Peter Thompson. Maine really has not had much going through the first 10 minutes of the game in the way of offense going towards Fechtel. Fechtel maybe only has, I'd say, 2 saves at this point.
We haven't really seen Maine be able to establish their forecheck, really. Been real easy outs for the Warriors so far in their own zone.
Centering pass misses everybody. Fired towards net by Lowens. It's deflected. And eventually taken away by the Warriors. Just getting started here in game number 7 of the high school rivalry series presented by the Chicago Blackhawks. We've got Jenna Rose inside the glass. Here's a shot from Costigan. Good save from Fichtel. Andrew Rubin up here with me. I'm Max Anderson, and we're going to get our first penalty of the game. That'll be against the Warriors side, so Maine's going to head to the power play.
Yeah, it looked like the Maine player got taken down as he was trying to curl to the slot, and we're going to get our first look at this Maine power play.
You can see it right there. The stick, I believe it was Kyler Campfield. Oh, nope, it's not Campfield. I thought that was Campfield's stick that got in the way, but
looks like it's going to be Matthew Shield.
Regardless of who enters the box, it's 2 minutes. Short-handed here for Waubonsie. 7 minutes to go here in the first period. Maine's able to win the draw. It comes back to the point, and Kepke drops it to the half wall and gets it right back. Looking for some space, goes to the far side, gets it right back, does Kepke. Now a huge check in the corner, and able to clear are the Warriors. Really nice defensive play by Josh Panowski.
We see Maine utilizing that 1-3-1 power play setup. You'll see it everywhere in the NHL. A very advanced setup, tough to run. You need to have multiple skilled position players that can handle the puck in order to run a system like that.
See if Costigan can get the offense started. Here's Kepke. He'll just put the puck below the goal line. Battling for it is Salvatore. Kepke gets it back at the point. His shot gets a deflection, but up into the netting for a face-off draw. Chicago Blackhawks High School Rivalry Series continues throughout January, featuring some of the fiercest matchups in Illinois high school hockey. Don't miss out on the action. To see games, dates, times, and details, head over to blackhawks.com/high school rivalry series. I should say /HS rivalry series. 6:03 left in the first, and 1:02 left on the power play for Maine. Here's a shot from Goff, point blank. Puck was sitting on the back door, but no Maine player could put it behind Fichtel. Cope for the Warriors tried to clear it. Wasn't able to get it out. Now a shot from Mygon. It deflected, never got all the way through. Another shot from the high slot, just steered wide of the far post. Now point blank, trying to stuff it home is Capel. Not able to get it by. Another chance, another shot, backdoor. Oh, wide open net. I'm not sure if they whiffed or what, and some pushing and shoving after the play. I'm sure we'll get a look at that replay. Looked like a wide open chance on the back door.
Looked like the puck might have been rolling.
See right there. Oh, it just jumps over his stick. Or it should have been the first goal of the game. And another replay look at it here. It's Thompson battling in front of the net the entire time. No, it's actually ended up being Gornis on the back door that wasn't able to put that bouncing puck home.
Definitely the message to that second power play unit is get the puck to the net. We saw numerous just shots on goal from all sorts of angles. As we see another one right here, right off the faceoff. The second power play unit for Maine, just throwing anything and everything to the front of the net with lots of traffic and bodies in front.
Lots of traffic in front, but like you said, he was able to see it the entire way, was Fichtel. You can see right there all the bodies in front. Somehow he was able to see through that mess.
Real good job of tracking there from Fichtel.
15 seconds left to go in this power play for Maine. Costigan gets it up, point blank chance, couldn't bury it. Now a shot again, loose in the slot, not able to put it home. That's the end of the power play for Maine, so the Warriors back to full strength.
Warriors could have had too many men there. Their player from the bench, it looked like, hopped onto the ice before the penalty was over and started pressuring the Maine defense with the puck. I think they got away with one there.
So a break probably there for the Warriors with 4:40 left in the first, that they're not right back on the penalty kill. Gornis trying to get it back to his point man, but it's cleared by the Warriors. Now coming forward, across ice, just missing Jacob Salvatore. So the first 5 or 6 minutes of the game, it was all in front of Bezenjak down here in Maine's end. Over the last 5 minutes or so, it's been Fichtel for the Warrior side that's been pretty active in net.
That's a good pickup, Max. It's really been a tale of two stories in this first period already.
Look at Evan Ziegler stick handling man after man. Finally, the fourth guy he couldn't get by, but you could see the speed and skill from 35 in green and yellow.
Looked like there was offsides there, but the referee waves it.
Yeah, the Maine faithful certainly not happy with that decision. With 3:30 left in the first, we'll play on.
I want to go back to Evan Ziegler. You hear in football all the time about running backs that don't stop churning their legs. That's what Evan Ziegler is with the puck. The moment he gets the puck, he's going 100 miles an hour.
Now, side of the net, shot just missing the near post here. The goal's off its moorings, so we'll get a whistle with 3:11 left in the first.
Yeah, that shot just missed the net. Also would have had a good rebound chance had that shot been on net, as we get a look of it right there, and we see the net just ever so slightly gets pushed off, which draws the whistle.
So face-off draw to come to the left of Bezenjak. Puck bounces high in the air. Weber tosses it. That's going to be a hand pass. No, we get no whistle. Took a pretty clean hand pass off the hand of Weber. Benefit for Maine. Coming up the slot was Goff. Couldn't get him the puck. And that gets deflected to the side.
Real good patience there from Gornis on that 2-on-1 to be able to pull to his backhand, get to the slot for a shot.
Capel with the puck, skating around, trying to get it to the slot, but it was deflected by a Warrior defenseman back out into the neutral zone. When these two sides get together, it's usually quite a scoring affair. To be this far without a goal, pretty unusual, but with 2:30 left in the first period, we're still scoreless.
To be fair, we have seen some scoring chances, and we mentioned that one in the back door. We've seen some odd man rushes, and that start for Waubonsie. Just the goaltenders have done an excellent job to start this game.
Weber able to clear this. Once again, that will go down the ice for an icing. We would like to thank Howie.
Looks like it got waived.
Oh, icing got waived. Looked like a pretty textbook icing. I'm not sure if I missed something there. I'm not sure if that was on me. I looked over at our engineer, Dylan Ward. He's just as confused. We'll play on. Rink wide, it comes to Thompson. Thompson ridden down to the ice. He goes into the boards. And giving him an extra shove was Roman Malik. Thompson now again trying to deliver a shot back to Malik, and he gets the best of that exchange, does Thompson. Eventually the puck gets chipped out of play. Now we've got a whistle, so I can thank Howie's Hockey Tape. We'd like to thank Howie's for being a sponsor of this year's Chicago Blackhawks Rivalry Series. Use code RIVALRY, RIVALRY, at howieshockeytape.com for 15% off your next order. Thank you to Howie's for their great partnership of the high school rivalry series. 1:28 left in this first period. We're scoreless.
Max, I wanted to go back to that hand pass that we thought happened in the defensive zone. There is no hand pass in the defensive zone for the teams.
Thank you for clarifying that, Andrew. That is you're absolutely correct on that. So we can give one back to the referees on that one, as we've had a couple of ones we think could have gone differently, but here we are with 1:10 to go in the first. Mygon chips it out of his own zone, just misses Ryan Moore. Comes right back into the main end. 1 minute to go here in the first period of this rivalry series game. Shot comes, and again Bezenjak, quick rebound, but falls on it, and he'll take a defensive zone draw.
First real action Bezenjak has seen in a little while. Really hard for a goaltender to stay sharp throughout long periods of time in between shots, but be able for Bezenjak to allow no rebound there. Just being the backbone for this Maine hockey club he's been all year.
And again, a quick whistle as Bezenjak didn't like what he saw, so he'll take another defensive zone draw.
no surprise to see the Warriors top line out here for the final shift in the first period.
Face off cleanly won. Ziegler gets it back to the point. Here's a shot. He scores! Luke Peters with a seeing eye shot from the blue line. Lots of traffic in front with 43 seconds to go. It's 1-0 Warriors.
Max, you've heard me talk about enough how important faceoffs are. This is the second straight clean loss for Maine, and Peters just takes a few steps along the blue line and lets go of a wrister that just is a seeing eye shot and finds its way into the top corner of the net. And it's 1-0 Warriors.
It's so tantalizing. It's right down here by our broadcast point. You saw the puck just kind of floating through the air. You kept waiting for it to hit a shoulder or a stick or a helmet or something, and it just kept moving forward and found the back of the net. So 1-0, Warriors lead. It's about as high as I've ever seen a stick fly on the ice, Andrew. That almost hit the ceiling.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was lifted or thrown, but looks like the Maine faithful wanted a penalty for that.
Final 15 seconds of the period. Capel trying to clear the puck, not able to. Goff eventually chips it out. Final couple of seconds here in the first period. Costigan takes the puck. Looks like he'll be content to waste away the last couple of seconds. So that will do it for the first period. After one, it's a 1-0 Warriors lead. Both teams had their chances in that period up and down the ice. Ends up being a seeing eye shot from the Warriors and makes it 1-0.
Yeah, that last goal, so big for the Warriors Hockey Club, as now they go into the intermission riding high, whereas the Maine Hockey Club is kind of running a little bit of a low after giving up that goal in the final minute of the period.
So we were going to clean ice here between both periods, but before we do that, we're going to send it down to Jenna Rose, where she's going to get some thoughts from defenseman Peter Kepke from Maine. Jenna.
All right, thank you so much, guys. First period has officially ended here. What is your assessment of your team's performance?
I think Waubonsie's playing pretty good, but we got to get back to them. We got to get pucks in deep. We got to get the forecheck on them. We got to stay hard the whole time. And I think that goal was a little lucky. We'll see how it turns out in the second period and the third.
All right, thank you. Get back with your team. I'll see you in a bit.
So Jenna's got Luke Peters over her other shoulder here, so we'll give Jenna a second. Looks like Jenna's ready. Jenna, go ahead.
All right, thank you so much, guys. So congratulations. That was pretty fun watching you score from the blue line. How did your teammates set you up into a position to find success?
Basically, my teammate Ryan Burke won the drawback and just decided to walk the point and, throw pucks on net and hope good things happen, and went in and feels great.
This is a young team, but a very skilled team. So to get the job done at the end of the first period, what does it say about this group?
We've had a rough stretch of games in the past couple weeks, and, to come into a game like this, not winning our last game, we're really looking to push the momentum of the season heading into league play and state playoffs, and hope we can get another state championship this year.
All right, we're excited to look forward to the second period. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jenna. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got a little relay race on the ice, and unlike most league games, we are going to cut ice between both periods, so it's going to be a little longer break, but we're going to step aside here, and relay race coming up. Second period action in just a couple of minutes. Welcome back to second period action here at Seven Bridges Ice Arena as we're back underway here. Second period action. The Warriors took a 1-0 lead in the second period. Or in the first period, I should say, as we get started here in the second period. Two teams switch sides, and we're back underway. Andrew, in that first period, it was that seeing eyes goal from Luke Peters that got Waubonsie on the board. Maine looking to respond here in the second, but 2-on-1 early for Ziegler. Ziegler cross ice, gets it to Burke, but not able to complete that give and go, and again able to clear. Will go the length of the ice for an icing.
Real big play there from Peter Kepke. Good stick, as that return pass was all over. Had Evan Ziegler's name all over, and him one-on-one with a goaltender is no matchup that any team wants. So that play by Kepke, especially in the first shift here of the second period after the Warriors scored in the last shift of the first period. Huge stick there from Kepke to shut down that play.
6:19 left here in the second period. Both teams with the period of the long change now. Something always to keep an eye on. It changes the dynamic. You don't want to get stuck out there. Oh, my goodness. Almost a catastrophe there for Fichtel. He's trying to play the puck sideways, almost put it in his own net.
Yeah, it looked like his blade wasn't completely on the ice when he looked to play that puck, and it just really fanned on him playing the puck and probably missed his net by a good 5 to 6 feet, but just a few angles closer towards that net. Or as you mentioned, be a catastrophe for the Warriors Hockey Club.
Would have been a prime candidate for not top 10. There's no doubt about that. But avoiding disasters, Fichtel. We get a whistle for offsides. Jenna Rose down on ice level. Andrew Rubin and Max Anderson up here in the broadcast booth. Thank you for tuning in to the Rivalry Series presented by the Chicago Blackhawks. It's Game 7 of this series. We've got 2 more coming up on the 28th and the 29th. It's been quite a season thus far. All these teams starting to gear things up for their playoff runs. So it's certainly that time of year, these great rivalries, Maine and Waubonsie being one of these great rivalries out here in the western suburbs. And now playing the puck forward, almost with a breakaway, but getting back just in time was Josh Pinkowski. Now, Pinowski. Gets it to Pinowski. Joey Pinowski puts it in on net, takes an awkward bounce off the boards, has to be cleared aside by Maine and cleared.
That brings up a good point that we should have talked about earlier, Max. Here at Seven Bridges Ice Rink, you get all sorts of crazy bounces off of the boards here. Sometimes the puck can be more live, sometimes it can be dead coming off the boards. You really don't know what to expect here at Seven Bridges Ice Arena.
14:36 left here in the second period. And Maine, they had a power play that really got them started offensively in that second period, but besides that power play, have not had much consistent offensive output. That was by far the best part of their first period offensively, and besides that, just have not been able to get much going towards net.
And really during that power play, it was the second half where they just threw anything and everything at the net, looking for any sort of redirections, rebounds, any chance of bringing the puck to the net they took in that. Really was just a minute amount of time, and we really haven't seen them go back to that since then.
Teams exchange the puck through the neutral zone here. Settling it back is Lowens for Maine. Weber trying to play it forward. Bunch of bodies coming off the bench for Maine on the exchange here. Nice check in the corner as Cope absorbs it. Centering pass. Swiped aside by Campfield. And now in transition, trying to find Cope on the breakout, but it misses him, so that'll be icing with 13:30 left in the second.
We saw that hit was thrown by Peter Thompson. It was to get a good look of it right there. Typical play of any sort of leader from their team, which Peter Thompson is for this Maine Hockey Club. You will go out there, throw a big hit, try to get your team re-energized, try to get the energy back not only in that bench, but really on the ice. Really start to reignite your teams. Just trying to do it through physical play here for Maine, looking to get anything going.
Now a shot. It's gloved with 13:26 left in the second.
It looked like Ryan Bells didn't know how much time he had as he just looked to redirect that, which really was a really slow, weak shot. He could have actually caught that shot and looked to go upstairs on Fichtel, but he didn't know and just redirected into the glove.
(13:10) backhanded shot, just misses the net. Here's Peters back skating, trying to slow down Thompson. He sandwiches him off the puck, and it's going to be a penalty against Peters. Holding is going to be the call. Andrew, that was right in front of us. I'm not sure how much I like that call. Let's take a look at it on replay. It looked like Peters. Oh, yep, that is a good call. You see it right at the end there. I think he was fine until that very last moment. You saw the tug with the right hand. Almost ready to tug Andrew up here. It was kind of tough to see there on the live action, but that's absolutely the correct call, and Maine's got a huge opportunity here on the power play.
Completely agree. And you're right, Peters really didn't have to give that last tug at all either. The puck was already gone. The threat was already put to an end. That last tug really unnecessary, but it's going to put the Warriors shorthand. As you mentioned, this is what ignited the Maine offense, was their best chances of the first period were by far on the power play.
Here's Kopel. Up top, shot deflected in front. Follow-up chance, Goff. Can't get it to go. Capel again shoots, deflects, never gets all the way through. Trying to keep it into the point is Maine, and they're able to. Capel gets it down to Thompson. Thompson below the goal line, trying to get something towards the middle of the ice. Warriors doing a good job not letting that at the moment. Goff back door, top of the circle, shoots. Good save by Fichtel with 1:10 left on the power play.
Good patience there from Gornis on this power play. It's his first read where he wanted to pass the puck up to the point was taken away, and you see right here they find that seam pass, but no Maine players got in front of Fichtel on that shot, and Fichtel was able to clear sight, see that shot, and allow no rebound either.
12:11 left here in the second period, and Maine looking for their first offense of the game. Costigan gets it across. Here's Salvatore in the corner. Frady's gets it on to Bells. Back to the point. Here's a shot deflected wide. Following it up, Thompson. Bells gets it back to Kopel. His shot absorbed by Fichtel.
Again, no real traffic in front of Fichtel for Maine. If you're the Maine faithful, you really want to see them, especially the second power play, like they did in the first power play that they got. They had 2, sometimes even 3 guys in front of Fichtel, almost making it impossible for him to see the puck, and that's where we saw those scrambles and those scrums, which it looks like that's how Maine is going to have to score at this point in the power play. It's going to have to be that dirty type of goal, rebound, not pretty, not a highlight reel type of goal at all.
30 seconds to go for Maine on the power play. Costigan carries it all the way below the goal. Get it back to Salvatore outside the near circle. Salvatore puts the blow on Pinowski. Salvatore able to win the puck right back. Good work by 13 and White, but Costigan can't handle it at the blue line. 5 seconds to go on the power play. That'll just about do it for Maine. They come up empty on the power play once again. Yep, Field turns the puck over. Shot, I don't know that Fichtel even saw that shot coming towards him.
I have to agree, it seemed like he just reacted once that puck hit the boards behind him.
It was not more than a foot or 2 off of his far post, too. So back to full strength are the Warriors. Nice check by Frady's to force that puck out of his own zone. Seen the hitting start to pick up a little bit here in the second period. Follow-up shot from Goff gets deflected into the corner. Looked like Goff played it with a high stick. Yep, there's the call. Wasn't sure if the referee caught that, but he's Johnny on the spot. They've been very good so far here tonight. They have the officials down on the ice. 10:15 left to go in the second.
You talked about the physicality, Max. That's really starting to pick up for Maine, not so much on the Waubonsie side yet. Maine really trying. As we saw, Peter Thompson was the first one to really throw a hit in this period. The rest of the Maine Hockey Club is following that suit, looking to play with a little bit more of a physical edge here in the second period.
Now right at the doorstep is Waubonsie, but they can't get another shot off. And cleared. Peters, fresh out of the box, chips it forward. Pinowski giving it chase, but instead it's settled on the back end by Michael Mygon. Fortunate bounce here for Maine, 2-on-1, trying to get it across. Alert play by Morgan, or it would have been a wide open chance on the back door for Maine. Shot from the point, deflects off the post. So close to the first goal of the game for Maine.
Back-to-back good chances for Maine, 2-on-1 that was shut down by a good stick by Jacob Morgan. Then a great redirection off the post, unfortunately, for Maine, and it stays 1-0 Warriors.
Peters blocks another shot, able to carry it out of the zone is Houlihan. Pestered the entire way. Now Peters. Houlihan tried to play it forward, but Maine's starting to put on some good pressure. Here's Capel, a shot, well wide and over the crossbar. Kept it at the point. Capel behind the goal. Leaves for Frades. Four bodies come together. Eventually it's Pinowski that comes away with it for the Warriors. Schuyler and Peters in the corner. It's Peters that easily gets it out. Almost too many men as 3 or 4 extra Maine bodies were coming onto the ice right as that puck wrapped around the boards. But it missed everybody, and it'll just be an icing, and Maine will get an offensive zone draw out of it.
Not the first time we've seen that. Near too many men, it seems like for both teams, right, as we get the replay of the redirection, the puck just going square off the post. We heard a loud ding in the Seven Bridges Ice Arena, followed by almost everybody's heart dropping. But the score still remains 1-0 Warriors.
There's Pinowski, fires it off the boards, and gloved at center ice. Maine, this is by far their best 5-on-5 action here tonight, Andrew, has been over the last few minutes.
Would have to agree. Really started when they start with that physical play.
Ziegler, backhanded shot, puck bouncing everywhere. Just bounces wide of the Maine net. Now taken away, breakaway opportunity. Here's Thompson. Right as he was shooting, he gets the puck taken off his stick. We're going to get a penalty. Is it going to be a penalty shot? Tripping the call, Andrew. I don't know about that. Let's take a look at the replay. Looked like a really good effort after fumbling the puck at center ice. Oh, I don't know. I don't think so, Andrew. That is a huge break for Maine. I do not think that's a tripping at all.
As you're saying that, I'm shaking my head too.
Dylan is shaking his head as well. So the result of it is going to be a Maine power play, but the Waubonsie bench is not happy with that call, and frankly, they have every right to be, especially if Maine finds a goal here. Frades, even with the goal, trying to find space. He'll drop it below to Salvatore. Salvatore, far half wall. Back up top now. Here's a shot deflected in front. And Fichtel able to see it the entire way and keep 0 on the board for Maine.
Fichtel has just done an incredible job so far this game with his rebound control. If he's allowing any rebounds at all, they're getting pushed hard out towards the corners, but everything really he's just keeping in his body, not allowing a second chance at all for Maine.
That's cleared. Minute 35 left on the power play for Maine. Andrew, the other thing I want to ask you as soon as we get a pause here. Great move by Bells. His shot just goes over the crossbar. Comes back to the point, and Koepke, he drops it back down below. O'Toole trying to clear it, but Koepke at the point able to keep it in.
That shot from Bells after making a slick move like that.
Now side angle shot. Fichtel just gets over. But Andrew, what I wanted to ask you was, it was a breakaway opportunity. The Maine player seemed clearly in front. Why was that not, if that was deemed to be a tripping, a penalty shot?
Maybe because it really kind of looked like the stick came from the side, but to be honest, I don't think it should have been called a penalty, so it's really hard. Maybe
but if you're going to call it in that situation.
But maybe the referee could have been thinking, oh, maybe it probably might not have been a penalty, so I definitely shouldn't give them a penalty shot.
I mean, it looked like Thompson was rearing back, getting ready to shoot, so you check the box of in a shooting motion. Clearly was ahead of the play. So lots of questions to be asked. Here's a shot bouncing everywhere, and again, somehow, Fichtel, through 3 different deflections and 5 different bodies, keeps it out.
No rebound, too, Max. It's really incredible what Fichtel has been able to do. As you mentioned, that shot looked like it was double deflected, and Fichtel just gloved it low to the ice like it was absolutely nothing. He made that save. Looked like it was a simple walk in the park when it is very far from it.
Fichtel, a large body in net as well. He is a big young man, takes up a lot of the net, and he's been really positionally sound so far here tonight. Shot from the point again, a deflection. Fichtel kicks it to the side. We'll get you a shots update here shortly, but Fichtel seeing a bunch. Now right in front, deflected. Never got all the way through to Fichtel as Kopel picks it up in the corner. And able to swipe it away was James Nafziger. So 19 seconds left on the Maine power play, 6 minutes to go in the period.
Sometimes your best penalty killer has to be your goalie, and in this game, it's no doubt Andrew Fichtel has been the Warriors' best penalty killer, and by a wide margin.
Here's Maine, one more rush, 5 seconds to go. Again, swallowing that shot with no rebound is Fichtel. 3 seconds to go on the power play for Maine.
So earlier I was talking about how Maine really needs to look to get traffic in front of the net, but it looks like the Warriors are kind of allowing those cross-seam passes, which if Maine is set up in their 1-3-1, we saw it on their second power play chance, they really have the opportunity for a few possible cross-seam passes, which seems like that's what it's going to have to take to get past Fichtel today.
That's the end of the power play for Maine. Back to full strength are the Warriors, so Maine continues to come up empty here on the power play. They've had by far their best offense on the power play, have not been able to get that much going. 5-on-5, here's a chance in the slot, but a good stick lift from O'Toole eliminates that for the Warriors. Following, shot blocked for Ziegler. Now Ziegler hustling, he's trying to get an odd man opportunity. Good play by Salvatore to slow Ziegler down, and you know, once Evan Ziegler gets ahead of steam with numbers going forward, he is tough to stop. So nice play there by Salvatore. Richardson makes a nice play in his defensive zone, just misses Ziegler on the breakout. 5 minutes to go here in the second period. Salvatore's shot blocked by O'Toole. Ziegler taking the puck the whole way, tries to cut into the slot. He's disrupted by Koepke. That's where his rush ends and cleared.
It's the second time we've seen Ziegler nearly go coast to coast, and it's really all by himself. It's 1-on-3, 1-on-4 type situations.
Now Houlihan bringing it forward for the Warriors. He's got his hands completely tugged. That's going to be a penalty. The Warriors are going to get an extra man attack here with 4:19 left in the second period. Maybe hooking's going to be the call.
Yeah, it looked like your textbook hooking call. Player's stick became parallel to the ice and his feet stopped moving. Warriors really just hindering the Warriors player from advancing any bit forward. And this is going to be the first look that we're going to have at the Waubonsie power play. And you'll hear it all the time in the game of hockey. When 3 straight penalties get called on one team, it's almost a guarantee the next one is going to be called on that other team.
So an opportunity here for the Warriors to take a 2-goal lead. We'll see what their power play is made of with 4:19 left in the second. First opportunity, trying to keep it in at the point. Was Kyler Campfield, but he couldn't, so he's got to retreat back into the neutral zone, clear the offensive zone. The Warriors will try once again. Ziegler with the puck, drops it to the point. Here's Ziegler again around one man. Lowers his shoulder, point blank, trying to stuff it home, scramble in front of the net. Whistle blows, no goal. Minute 29 to go on the power play. After every whistle, seemingly, Andrew, there seems to be pushing and shoving. You can tell the intensity of this game continues to stay at a high level.
We said at the beginning of the game, these two teams really do not like each other one bit at all, but we saw the stick handling ability from Evan Ziegler there. As it looked like he went around 3 Maine defenders, and then a great save from Ryan Bezenjak, which I think has been his first save in probably 5, 7, 10 minutes at least, as Waubonsie really hasn't had anything going.
And now it's going to lead to a 5-on-3 here, Andrew, as I believe. Oh, nope, sorry, I thought it was a player headed to the penalty box. I'm mistaken. So
no, they put it up on the board, another 2-minute penalty for Maine.
Yep, okay, so my eyes were correct on the first look. It's going to be an extended 5-on-3 here for Waubonsie, as they're going to have a minute 29 with a 2-man advantage. A huge moment in this game. Here's a shot from Campfield. His shot just misses the near post. Getting it right back are the Warriors. Now cross ice, tic-tac-toe passing, but Morgan couldn't get a shot through. High slot, Ziegler gets it across. Backdoor chance, just missing the stick of Campfield backdoor. Now another shot, big left pad save, and what might be the biggest save of the game thus far for Bezenjak.
Yeah, what a save from Bezenjak there, having to push from one side all the way back to the other, then a one-timer from the middle from Evan Ziegler, but he got enough push from his right skate to get just enough of his left pad out to make the save.
Again cleared, 45 seconds left on the 5-on-3, and Maine can find a way to kill this one off, only trailing by a goal. You can only imagine the momentum that will bring their side. Waubonsie trying to change that dynamic here. Top of the circle into the slot. Ziegler wasn't expecting it. 15 seconds left here. Ziegler's shot just missing, as Bezenjak was a little bit discombobulated on that one. Now shorthanded. Here comes Maine. Breakaway opportunity. Here's a shot. Big save by Fichtel. And you don't see that very often 5-on-3, Andrew, but a huge save by Fichtel.
No, and that first penalty is over.
Here's Ziegler trying to take on the entire team himself. He can't, so 5-on-4 action now with 20 seconds to go on the power play.
Up and down action we go. Big saves by both goalies, which you don't normally say on a 5-on-3 max, as you mentioned, but we still stay at 1-0 Warriors.
One more rush here for Waubonsie. They're trying to see if they can take a 2-goal advantage. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to, at least on this power play. Here's a shot from a sharp angle. That one steered wide. Back to full strength is Maine. .138 left here as O'Toole. Here's a shot off the stick of Frades. Just misses the far post. Houlihan tried to stick handle around one man. He had the puck taken off his stick. And Pinowski sends it back into the main zone. Stretch pass trying to get to Salvatore. Pinowski steps in the way of that. Here's Pinowski skating wide, trying to skate now towards the middle. Shot from the high slot off the stick of Shield. Never got all the way through. Under a minute to go here in the second period. Still 1-0. Salvatore leads. Centering pass to Thompson. I don't think Thompson was expecting that. That was a heck of a pass from Salvatore to get it into that high danger area.
Heck of a pass indeed. I have no idea how he knew Thompson was there. It looked like just a random spinning pass, but right on Thompson's tape, and caught him even by surprise.
Here's Pinowski's shot deflected up into the netting, and we'll get a whistle with 30 seconds left in the period. Ever imagine skating alongside Blackhawks legends, scoring an overtime winner to capture the cup? Drawing up a game-saving play with Dennis Savard, now is your chance. Blackhawks are happy to announce that the Legends Cup returns for another year running from March 24th to the 26th of 2023. You don't want to miss this unforgettable experience. For more information and registration, visit Blackhawks.com/Legends Cup. 25 seconds to go in the second period. Peters in the neutral zone, just going to fire deep.
Max, while you're doing that read about the Legends Cup, we saw another look at that save from Bezenjek. Just incredible the way he was able to push one way and then push again back to save that one-timer. Completely extended with his pad.
Final 5 seconds of the second period. Maine trying to get one last chance here. Shot, Schuyler misses. Follow-up shot from Gorns just over the crossbar right at the end of the period. Maine was looking for that equalizer. They're not going to get it.
And it looks like that fan on the shot actually worked into Maine's favor originally, as Fichtel was completely set on that first shot, but it worked out to be a perfect drop pass. As there we get another look at that save. Just incredible from Bezenjak.
Really good look from our second camera as well. But that will do it for 2 periods, a 1-0 lead. I don't think either of us expected such a low-scoring start to this game, but here we are. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got Shoot the Puck coming up, and we'll have third period action in just a moment. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to send it down to Jenna Rhodes, who's with Greg Moravsa. Jenna, go ahead.
All right, thank you, guys. We're able to kill the 5-on-3. The penalty kill has always been a highlight of this team. What impressed you the most during that stretch?
The fact that the puck stayed out of the net. So, I mean, it was a little bit miraculous there. We were scrambling quite a bit, out of position, but we're fortunate that they weren't able to capitalize on that.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jenna. And clearly Greg Moravsa relieved that he was able to escape, but his team heads to the locker room trailing 1-0. So stay tuned. We've got Shoot the Puck coming up here in just a moment. We're going to step aside on our mics and come back with third period. Excuse me, we're going to send it down one more time with Jenna Rose with Jeremy Dumbro. Jenna.
Sorry, I keep throwing you off guard up there, but Coach, we're able to get on the board in the first period. Now it's a stalemate in the second. What's going to give your team the edge in the third?
Well, yeah, big goal at the end of the first. Not enough shots in the second period, so we got to get a little bit more on net. I think we're a little sloppy, clean it up, but start throwing things at the net. We're looking for something cute as opposed to just grinding out one and getting a greasy goal.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jenna. Clearly a not satisfied Jeremy Dumbro. That's the Jeremy Dumbro we know well. Never satisfied with his team, knows that they can do more, and that's what they're looking for in the third period.
Yeah, he mentioned he's going to challenge his team to not really look for the pretty play, but do the necessary play, what it takes, in order for them to get that next goal and win the game.
So with that, we're going to step aside. We'll turn it over for Shoot the Puck here, and we'll be back with third period analysis and commentary in just a couple of minutes right here in your home for the High School Rivalry Series presented by the Chicago Blackhawks, YouTube Live. Welcome back live. Third period action about to get underway here from Seven Bridges Ice Arena in game number 7 of the high school rivalry series. We've got Maine and Warriors hockey clubs going at it here on the west side, or west suburbs, I should say. It's a 1-0 Waubonsie lead after 2 periods. Most times when these two teams get together, we see a little bit more high scoring, but so far, Andrew, it's been defense, and more specifically, especially for Waubonsie, it's Fichtel in net right now.
Yep, I've been talking about all game how great Fichtel has been, not only at making the first save, but not really that great second save because he hasn't even allowed second opportunities, just keeping everything, allowing no rebound chances. But Bezenjak on the other end has been no slouch either. He's let up that 1 goal, but he's made a lot of tremendous saves as well. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it almost seems just like both teams are going to have the opportunity to score lots of goals this period by the way the play has been. But it would not surprise me one bit if these goalies keep playing the way that they do and keep this game low scoring.
So quick update from the shots. It's a Maine advantage right now, and at 20-11 shot advantage, Andrew, I'd venture to guess more than 10 of those have been on the 3 power plays that Maine has. That has been by far their best scoring chances tonight has been on the power play.
Couldn't agree more. The Maine power play has really been controlling the possession a lot, especially keeping most of the puck in the Waubonsie zone.
Right off the drop here, just 20 seconds into the period. Quickly, Bezenjak has to drop his glove on it. Just getting started here in the third period. Got Jenna Rose down on ice level, bringing you all the interviews and sideline action here tonight. And Andrew Rubin and Max Anderson up here in the broadcast booth. Thank you for joining us on this Friday evening and wherever you may be watching. You know, we've had viewers from several states. We've had a few different countries tune into the high school rivalry series. So from wherever you may be viewing, we thank you for tuning in. Campfield takes it behind his own goal. Ziegler tried a quick hot pass. Instead, he just absorbed the puck. Now he's being back-checked by Gornis, trying to pry the puck free. Somehow Ziegler forces the puck into the offensive zone, still moving forward. One-man wrecking crew moving forward for the Warriors. Eventually, he's got to regroup back in the neutral zone.
Ziegler's just the man that does not give up at any point in time. You will never see him taking a shift off or even a moment off.
Morgan trying to chip it along. Falls to Pinowski. He's sandwiched against the boards. And turns it over. Wraparound chance. Trying to stuff it home. It was Capo, but couldn't get it to go.
Seeing that physical play again from Maine force that turnover. We saw at the beginning of the second period especially, where that physical play was able to help Maine force a lot of turnovers and generate offensive chances.
Gornis just went to the bench. He's in some discomfort. Something to keep an eye on for Maine. Back at the point, this shot smooth into the glove, or slight bobble, but falling on it is Fichtel. We'll take a whistle with 15:07 left in the third.
Really just an easy start to this period. No team either gained a real good scoring chance, just some long, clear-sighted shots for each goalie. We'll see which team is going to blink first here in the third.
Face-off draw to the left of Fichtel, cleanly won by the Warriors, but kept in at the point by Kotelis. He loses his edge, trying to play the puck forward. Now a battle behind the goal. Coming to support the puck is Cope for the Warriors. That one pops into the Warriors bench. Big thank you to the Blackhawks for sponsoring this event. It's been a lot of fun over the last 7 games, and Blackhawks having themselves some success of late. And for more on that, Jenna Rose has our latest update on the Chicago Blackhawks.
Well, hey, the Hawks are currently riding a 3-game win streak with their most recent win yesterday against the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Colorado Avalanche. Tomorrow they'll be taking on the Seattle Kraken. They've won 7 games so far in the new year. So if you haven't been to the United Center yet, this is the time to go. And should I mention, this has been done in the absence of Patrick Kane. So truly a fun one with some newer faces mixed into the lineup. And of course, it's always just fun at a Hawks game, right, guys?
No doubt about it. Haven't gotten out to the United Center yet. I think I will be here in the next couple of weeks. Andrew, I know you got out to a game a couple of weeks ago. It's been a lot of up and down this season, but like Jenna mentioned, a young team starting to put some nice things together here into the January run.
Also, you can never go watch a Blackhawks game and have a bad time, in my opinion. Just great environment, great team. Any night at the United Center is a good night.
So make sure you check out Blackhawks.com for tickets and game information. Big thank you to them. The support of the Blackhawks and the organization at large over the last couple of seasons, really committing to high school hockey. Been great for all to see and more to come, so stay tuned. Here's Weber. Entry pass goes all the way into the corner. Schuyler racing to catch up with it. Comes loose, popping around the low slot, almost danger in on Fichtel. Here's a point-blank shot from Salvatore. He had a ton of space in the high slot, and we get a whistle. Not sure for what there. Andrew, I'm not sure if you picked, I believe the goal came off its post, so that will be the reason.
And I believe it was hit by a Maine player. That's why the referee is so emphatically saying the puck is coming outside for the face-off. But we get a replay up there, the net getting shut up. But also, Maine missing the net has also been a pretty common theme, especially from the slot, high danger scoring chances area. As a coach, that drives you insane. Although Fichtel's rebound control has been outrageous today, you still always want to get shots on net at the very least because it still gives you the chance to get a rebound there, whereas if you miss the net, there's no second chance coming.
Andrew, I was just starting to think as you said that, does that force Maine, with as good as Fichtel has been here tonight, does that force them to try to fit the puck into smaller corners of the net and try to be a little more perfect because they feel like in order to beat Fichtel, it's got to be something special?
As a former player, that's 100% what the mind says. When you know you're going against one of the better goalies, it's in your mind thinking, I have to make that much better of a shot, when in reality, you just got to play your own game. You know, work things as you normally would, shoot as you normally would, not try to grip your stick a little bit too tight because that's when things really start to go bad.
Evan Ziegler between the legs of one Maine defender, goes wide against another, shoots. Bezenjak hugging that far post, keeps it out.
Bezenjak was down in his RVH there, so there was a little bit of room upstairs after. Ziegler looks like he walks through almost the entire Maine team, but just can't get that puck elevated enough into the top corner of the net.
You can almost see right there at the end, Bezenjak realized how early he was down and was in a bit of lower crouch, widened his chest, got a little bit taller and bigger, covered a little bit more than that right at the last second. Crazy bounce, comes to Ziegler in the slot, shoots, he scores! Evan Ziegler picks up a fortunate bounce. He beats Bezenjak with 12-12 left in the third. It's 2-0 Warriors.
We saw all five and Ryan Bezenjak just look back at the boards wondering how that puck could have bounced to the middle of the ice. But as mentioned before, you never know what's going to happen here at Seven Bridges Ice Rink, and that goes right to one of the most dangerous men it can on the ice in Ziegler, and he makes no mistake and buries it to make it 2-0 Warriors.
Not just dangerous, Andrew. He was horizontal with the ice as he let that puck go. That is a highlight reel goal there from Ziegler to give a 2-goal lead for the Warriors. 12 minutes to go here in the third period. And Maine, who has yet to get on the scoreboard, has got to find at least 2 to force overtime. There's a shot blocked out in front. Peters whips it off the boards. Back the other way come the Warriors once again.
And going back to Ziegler's goal, Max, that puck could have gone to anyone. But the way that Ziegler plays of just not taking any second off on the ice, it's just weird how it rewards him for playing every single shift as hard as he can.
That's the hockey gods, right? That's what they say. You work hard enough, get in the right places, the puck finds you in advantageous positions, and Evan Ziegler embodying that at the moment. Puck stuck on the near half wall here. Trying to force the puck out into the neutral zone. There's a shot. Fichtel quickly into the butterfly, kicks it to his side. Under 11 minutes to go here in the third. Maine's offense is going to have to get going here shortly. Here's a shot, deflects, just getting a piece of it was Fichtel to keep it out. And that one will be cleared. So Maine having a little bit of a pushback here after going down 2 goals over the last couple of minutes. 5-on-5 is about as strong as they've looked, full strength here tonight.
That's a great point from you, Max. That response shift after goal is always so important in the game of hockey, and Maine did an excellent job that shift of really holding Waubonsie in their own end the entire time after Waubonsie puts this up 2-0, giving Maine a better chance to really get this to a 1-goal game.
Looking to break out. Oh, just missing Shield there on the breakout. Would have had a breakaway. Shield gets it right back. His shot over the crossbar. Takes a big bounce out. Trying to break out for Maine. Salvatore trying to catch up to the puck. He shoots, kicked aside. Puck still loose in the slot. And eventually kicked behind the goal. Weber settles it for Maine. Weber crossed to Lowens, gives it up to Salvatore. Trying to find the puck for his Frades, but not able to control it. Back the other way come the Warriors. Kunowski will drop the puck in deep. You can see the Warriors do not want to get caught below the goal line. Really only sending 1 forechecker in at this point. They don't want to allow any kind of odd man opportunity going back the other way.
Yeah, we mentioned Maine really looking to force some odd man opportunities, looking to generate offense that way. No surprise to see Jeremy Dombro really kind of set more of a trap situation, type forecheck style, here up 2-0 in the third period.
And now the Warriors are going to have an offensive zone draw with 9:15 left in the third. Chicago Blackhawks High School Rivalry Series continues throughout January, featuring some of the fiercest matchups in Illinois high school hockey. Don't miss out on the action. To see games, dates, times, and details, head over to blackhawks.com/HS Rivalry Series. 9:10 to go here in the third period. A single third period tally for the Warriors has pushed their lead to 2-0. Cross ice, here's a shot for the point, knocked down in front. Allman takes it in transition for the Warriors. Here's Allman, he shoots. Getting a piece of that was Bezenjak, making sure it went over his cage. Kepke behind the goal, gets it to Bells. And Bells is able to clear it out to center ice. Cope now swings it across. Nafziger tried to play it forward, but taken away by Bells. Here's Bells with some speed and space. He looks, he shoots his shot, just missing the near post.
Real crafty pull and drag there to get the shot off, changing the angle. Good save by Fichtel.
Here's Bells, skates wide, shoots, blocked out in front, and taken away by Waubonsie. Campfield fires it in. He'll go for a change. 5 fresh bodies on the ice for the Warriors. Costigan now comes in transition. Goff is going to just put it deep, try to go win a battle on the forecheck. Capel in the corner, tried to play it forward, but taken away by the Warriors and cleared. Goff trying to get it towards the center of the ice, but Warriors doing a really nice job right now, sealing off that center part of their zone. Now a shot. Kicked aside by Fichtel, backhanded pass, but couldn't get it to the center part of his offensive zone was Goff. That puck just does come out of the offensive zone, so offsides with 7:27 left in the third period.
You saw an attempt at a real crafty play there from Maine, going under the net, but trying to pass it back up that same side where they were going under, trying to get the goalie to leave that near post and peek around to the other side when the puck ends up going right where that goalie was. Worked, you see it a lot in the NHL nowadays, where try to catch the goalie off guard and give yourself a wide open net. Just Maine could not complete the pass there.
Now that's a big hit. Is taking a tumble into the boards was Thompson. Looked like that could have been a cross check, Andrew, but the arm stayed down of the referee. Stretch pass, misses everybody. Mygon takes it for Maine. He takes a big hit from Ziegler. Now a big collision right at the blue line. Ziegler and Mygon going at it. Mygon a little bit slow to get to his feet as he limps towards the bench. Puck pops out. Here's a shot, another big hit. No shortage of physicality between these two teams tonight, Andrew. We teased it right at the top of the broadcast. These two teams do not like each other. We knew this would be a physical game. It hasn't been necessarily overly physical or cheap, but body checks left and right.
Yeah, and you mentioned what could have been a cross-check. Well, you're seeing a lot of high hits, a lot of sticks up in the air, and looks like the referees are just going to let them play.
Nope, finally we got an arm up here from a referee. That's going to be interference against Maine, and they certainly can't afford that at this stage of the game. They're going to head to the penalty kill with 6:24 left in the third period.
Yeah, it looked like this penalty seemed more just kind of out of frustration.
Just absolutely no reason. He was trying to maybe set like a little bit of a screen, but
yeah, not so much, really just kind of looks like he yanked down Ziegler, who we mentioned does not take any second off, and that can get really frustrating as an opposing player, just knowing that the same player is just not going to stop. He's going to be absolutely relentless. It's real common for a player of Ziegler's type to draw a frustration-type penalty.
So Waubonsie now trying to put this game on ice with 6:18 left. If they can find a power play goal here, the way Maine's offense has struggled to score, I think it might be enough for the evening. That first salvo cleared by Maine. Now, if you're Maine too, you're starting to look for any kind of shorthanded opportunity here. If you can try to get a break going back the other way, even short a man, you're going to take that chance as we get under 6 minutes left in the game.
On the contrary, if you're the Warriors, you do not want to make any passes towards your own goal that you do not see any sort of blind passes that way. That's where you really see those shorthand opportunities stem from, or any sort of turnover as well.
Houlihan gets yanked down to the ice. Looked like that should have been a holding call. Nothing to come, and just as you mentioned, Andrew, here's Goff. Goff going back the other way, just bullied off the puck. Strong play by Pinowski to force Goff off the puck.
Seeing that hard-working, never-quit attitude again from the Warriors there, as we see Pinowski with the great back check and knocking Goff off the puck to shut down what could have been a potential breakaway.
Ziegler again just absorbs the contact from Mygon, plays right through him. Mygon battling, trying to win it, and he does. That is hard work, not able to clear it though. Playing it on. Finally chipped out by Frates. See, Evan Ziegler, even when he's handling the puck, he's ready for contact. Here's a shot from Pinowski. He's checked by Mygon. And we get a whistle. And an offensive zone draw coming for the Warriors.
And we're really starting to see the physical play start to pick up here. I'm sure both coaches are telling their teams, you still want to play physical, but you don't want to let your emotions get the best of you. In a situation like this where there's all sorts of bodies being thrown around nonstop, it's real easy to try to take a frustration or a kind of retaliation penalty. You cannot have that happen here in the final 4 minutes of this game.
Koepke will take it away for Maine. He's looking up ice. You see him take that extra minute, I should say extra second, to see if he can find something breaking forward before he cleared the puck. That's the stage of the game that Maine's in at the moment. Here's Campfield. Campfield takes a big hit from Goff. That's going to be a penalty. It's going to lead. Actually, the first penalty just expired for Waubonsie. And so they're going to head right back to the power play. Finally, Maine touches the puck, tripping the call with 4:11 left in the third.
Yeah, I'm going to want to get another look at this. I'm not sure, really, if that was tripping.
Yeah, see Campfield kind of cross over the man. He sticks out the knee. You know, Andrew, I always err on the side of calling that because that player is so exposed in that moment.
Yeah, you do see his knee really start to stick out there, but sometimes you see where a player tries to avoid a check, and in that act, you kind of see him do that flip like that, but there you do see the knee kind of stick out from the main player.
Campfield trying to put this one to bed, but blocked by Koepke and cleared. 4 minutes to go in the third period. And if you're Maine, you've got to try to kill this penalty, then you'll have about 2 minutes and 10 seconds, 5-on-5. I would expect to see Bezenjak come off the ice rather quickly at the conclusion of this penalty.
Possibly even before as well.
Yeah, if they're able to get any kind of control in the offensive zone. Again, we talked about it. Not necessarily just clearing this as Koepke fires it into his bench, and that's kind of what I'm talking about right there. Koepke needs to take an extra second, take a look up ice, see if he can find anything moving forward. You're not at the stage of the game where you can just clear it.
Yeah, you know, you really have nothing to lose at this point. You really need goals now. You can't be so worried about, preventing the team from scoring or getting the puck down the ice. You need to generate offense at this stage in the game, and that comes with a sacrifice. But Maine really needs to start pushing those buttons, taking a little bit more chances to try to create a goal.
You can see Koepke whipped it around, and he had a man darting up the near boards. That was Gornis, but couldn't get it to him. Gornis certainly has that in mind. Here's a shot from the top of the slot area, and Bezenjak swallows that up with 1:05 left on the power play.
Bezenjak still doing a good job after giving up that second goal, which was really after an unfortunate bounce, staying locked into this game and keeping it at 2-0, giving his team a chance to come back.
So 59 to go on the man advantage, 3:08 in the game. Here's a shot turned aside by Fichtel, who, when you would expect Maine to have given their biggest push of the game over the last 5 minutes or so, hasn't been much down by Fichtel because they've been on the power play. Costigan able to clear it and gets a fortunate bounce, but Thompson loses an edge as he had some speed and space. I think he got so excited about that amount of speed and space, he tripped himself up.
Yeah, just a little toe peck and tripping right over the red line.
Here's Ziegler, has the puck taken off his stick as he enters the zone. Salvatore back the other way with 15 to go on the penalty kill for Maine. Turns around, hands it to Koepke. Koepke by himself. Waning seconds of this penalty kill, keeping an eye on Bezenjak, still in his net.
Yeah, it's kind of surprised to see he's still in his net, not even at the top of his crease or halfway to the bench.
O'Toole takes over behind the Warriors' goal. There's Pianowski carrying it out. Gets it up to Ziegler. Ziegler's trying to stick handle through a couple of Maine defensemen. Eventually taken away, turning it over. Here's a shot. Koepke recovered to block it. Nafziger was trying to get another shot off, but had it turned into the corner. Now it deflected into the high danger area. Nafziger couldn't get much on that shot towards goal, and we get a whistle.
It looked like a little bit of a quick whistle there, but good work by Waubonsie, keeping this puck in the Maine end, not allowing Bezenjak to get to the bench and let Maine get that sixth attacker out there, as clearly they can't do anything when the puck's in their own zone.
A minute 37 left here in the third period. We've seen crazier things, but the Warriors side starting to feel a victory in this rivalry series game coming their way. Salvatore trying to get it up to Gornis, couldn't get it out, kept in by Pianowski, shot in on Bezenjak. A little bit of a rebound, but able to hop on it quickly.
Again, if you're Waubonsie, you're just fine with this, having more offensive zone faceoffs, keeping the puck in the Maine end. Maine's not going to be able to get their goalie out at any time soon the way that this is going, especially if they can't win these defensive zone faceoffs.
Minute 26 left here in the third period. The Warriors in firm control of this one. Thompson now, good pass off the boards. Gets it up to Gornis. He goes behind the goal looking for some help. Still no Maine pulling the goalie. Finally, they signal to pull the goalie with a minute 10 left. Get the six-tacker on. Sharp shot. And the goal looks like it came off its post, so we'll get an offensive zone draw for Maine. They'll have six attackers on the ice.
Yeah, looks like Maine finally got their goalie off. It looks like we're going to get a timeout here called by Maine. Looking to draw something up to get a quick goal first and get this back to a one-goal game.
Yeah, Maine, it's been very conservative, frankly, here in this latter part of the game. Thought there was a couple opportunities to pull their goaltender about a minute ago, and even at the beginning part of the latest shift, thought they were a little bit slow getting their goaltender off the ice, but now they're going to get a chance to regroup, Andrew, and down 2 goals, 6 attackers. Obviously, I would assume the message is get pucks towards net. We got to find one quickly.
Yeah, if you're Maine right now, you're trying to draw up any sort of play to create some offense right off the faceoff. And I'm going to say it right now, this faceoff really is going to hold the keys to the rest of this game. If the Warriors can win this faceoff and clear the zone, they're going to put themselves in a really good position to win this game pretty handily. Whereas if Maine wins this faceoff and can generate a quick chance, you never know what can happen. And a quick goal right here really puts a lot of pressure on the Warriors.
So the Warriors looking to take 2 rivalry series games in a row after that chaotic game last year. A 6-5 overtime, if I remember correctly, Dylan. I remember Dylan was on the call for that one last year. A little bit different here tonight. It's really been goaltender dominated, specifically an outstanding game thus far for Andrew Fichtel's looking to finish it for the Warriors.
And looking at the shots, Maine now with 25, they've only had 5 shots here in the third period.
Surprising considering they've trailed, obviously, this entire period. 1 minute to go, empty net on Maine's side. Salvatore gets it over to Koepke. Koepke's shot, whacking away at it is Maine, trying to get something to go. But Fichtel drops his whole body on the puck with 51 seconds to go in the third period.
Yeah, Fichtel doing as he has done all game long, being able to come out, challenge those shots from a distance and it not allow any rebound. Just incredible the way he's been able to track the puck all throughout this game today.
Face off cleanly won. Puck comes to Koepke. His shot deflects to the corner. 40 seconds remaining. That's cleared by the Warriors. They can taste the victory in this rivalry series game. So close. Gornis seeing if he can have one last push for the Maine Hockey Club. Here's Gornis all by himself. Can't get a shot off. He's got Koepke waiting at the point, but he loses the puck. Cope clears it. And that'll go length of the ice. Just missing the cage. That'll be icing with just 17 seconds to go.
Waubonsie did a really good job there of not allowing really any shots at all from Maine. As you mentioned, the message for Maine pretty clearly in this last minute has to be get anything and everything towards the net, trying to just get maybe a spark, a bounce for a goal. But Waubonsie has not let Maine breathe at all, especially in the offensive zone.
A clean win for Maine, but misses his defenseman, so that will just about do it. The Waubonsie Warriors are going to get their second straight high school rivalry series win here after their 6-5 OT win last year. 3 seconds to go. That will do it. 2-0 our final for the Waubonsie Warriors. Just a dominant performance in net from Andrew Fichtel. Andrew can't say enough. He just looked in complete control in net all night long.
Yeah, his rebound control, his tracking, just everything about his movement, everything about Andrew Fichtel was just spectacular tonight and was easily the best player and probably the player of the game tonight.
Jenna Rose down on ice level is going to hopefully get some thoughts from our game-winning coach, Jeremy Dombrow. I'm sure Andrew Fichtel, after his shutout, his first shutout of this portion of the season for Waubonsie, has to be a happy human in net. For Waubonsie, they move to 3-2 in league play. Maine will drop to 3-3. These two teams will play one more time on the 28th of January. The season series tied at this point, so one of these two teams looking to come away with the season series. So we're going to send it down to ice level, where Jenna Rose is standing by with the shutout goaltender, Andrew Fichtel. Jenna.
Thank you, guys. Andrew, congratulations on the shutout. What was your mentality headed into this one?
I couldn't hear you, sorry.
Congratulations, first shutout of the season for you. What was your mentality heading into this one?
We played these guys in tiering. We were able to push it to overtime, and unfortunately we lost in the shootout. And rules are rules, but they scored one and it was over, so I think the mentality was not to let it get that far.
Let's talk about the defensemen, the 6 guys in front of you. How big did they play in this game tonight?
Really well. I mean, all of our guys played great. I mean, a lot of blocked shots when we needed it, and the PK was great. No goals against there. I think we were down 4 or 5 times, so good team effort.
It was truly an exciting one. Andrew, congratulations and thank you for your time.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you, Jenna. And a clearly satisfied but stoic Fichtel there, where obviously expected a lot out of himself, was really locked in tonight, so didn't necessarily come as a huge surprise. You could tell how confident in net he is.
Yeah, and you can see that also in his play, but especially in that interview, just how calm, cool, and collected he is. The perfect type of goaltender you can have for any team.
So we're going to send it right back down to Jenna, who's got Victoria's head coach, Jeremy Dumbro.
Thank you. Congratulations on the win. It was really funny in the coaches' calls just hearing you guys talk about how much these two teams hate each other, to see the community out and have some of the younger ones here to watch. What does this win mean to the program?
It's a good one, right? I mean, they're a top team in our league, so it's always back and forth. The games are always close, but momentum-wise, as we go into January, February playoffs, right, it's a big one. It's nice for us to get a big one on a little bit of a bigger stage than normal.
There was 1 minute and 7 seconds left when the team gathered around you. You were jotting on the clipboard. What did you want your team to execute in that final stretch?
Just get the puck out of the zone, right? Yeah, 1:07, but a 2-goal lead, right? I mean, we get to capitalize on a really good bounce for our second goal, so a little less stressful of a scenario as opposed to if it's a 1-goal game. But yeah, rimming around the boards, try and win a battle, get it out, and see if we can get an empty netter. But job was done, right? We did what we needed to do, so that was good.
Some viewers tuning in, this is their first time watching these two teams compete. What do you want them to know about Warrior hockey?
We play fast. We play with skill. I think hard work and then have fun, right? We all play hockey to have fun, so I think, and when you do those few things and you win, it's a hell of a lot more fun, right? So, yeah, that. And we'll see them plenty more times this season, so, yeah, it'll be a good one.
Well, I'm sure it'll be pretty fun celebrating. Again, congratulations and enjoy your night.
Thanks.
A victorious Jeremy Dumbro, whose Waubonsie Warriors moved to 3-2 on the league season. Andrew, final thoughts?
I think the perfect example is Jeremy Dombro's interview. He said they took care of business, is what you need to do, and you need to have fun. Everybody plays hockey to have fun. It's the bottom line for anything that you ever do in life, and the Warriors had a lot of fun today in their win here.
That will do it for us here from Seven Bridges Ice Arena. Big thank you to our crew here tonight. Joe Caprio, Paul Gogin, and Caleb Wiesner from the Blackhawks. Of course, DJ Cabrera. Big thank you to him, getting it done all night long. Matt Freeman on camera duty tonight. Dylan Ward stepping in on technical duties. Big thank you to him. Jenna Rose down on ice level. Andrew Rubin up here with me. I am Max Anderson. Thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. Come right back on the 28th of January for our next Rivalry Series game. It'll be Chicago North and Highland Park from McFettridge. Once again, your final 2-0 victorious Waubonsie Warriors, their second win in a row. That'll do it for us here. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you in a couple weeks.